My idea to focus on Black Southerners' experience of the Great Depression came after reading an article by Sarah Boxer called Whitewashing the Great Depression. Sarah Boxer has this great quote, "We've come to imagine the Great Depression as a largely white tragedy." When we think of images of what the Great Depression was likely like, we see white sharecroppers in their homes or out in the field. I want us to go back to the FSA archives and really deep dive and see what was erased. It was actually Roy Stryker, who was the head of the FSA informational division, who in the end decided which images would be sent to print for mass publication, and he would punch a hole in the ones that he didn't want to be distributed. So I spent a couple of weeks going through the entire digital archives, and in my process I came across a series of images that the photographer Russell Lee made in southeast Missouri, and I looked at the title and it said LaForge Farms Project. So it was this really experimental initiative that the government started, and they decided that they really wanted to change the overall living conditions of these sharecroppers. So they launched this initiative called Building 100 Homes in 100 Days. And I was really fascinated by this emphasis on home. So I went to other states looking for images of interior dwellings of Black sharecropper families, and also I expanded that to communal spaces. So we're in the Museum of Art and Light. It recently opened in Manhattan, Kansas. I'm really excited that the show is here in Kansas. One of the reasons I think it's so special that the exhibition is debuting here is because this is the home state of Gordon Parks. Gordon Parks is a well-known Black photographer who actually worked for the Farm Security Administration. He was the first and only Black photographer to document the experience of the Black Americans during the Great Depression. And I like to think of this show as an extension of the work he tried to do. That's such a cute little detail. You see on the mantle of the fireplace just different objects that they've have there to adorn. So it really shows both their struggles as sharecroppers and also the ways in which they are trying to find joy and beauty in places of sanctuary amidst this really intense period of hardship. And that really expands our understanding of who was affected by this economic collapse that the country was experiencing. When visitors leave the show, I hope they are leaving with more questions for themselves, like what home means to them, how do they craft a sense of home or sanctuary in the places where they live. So it's my hope that they have a lot of questions for themselves, and also that they have walked away with more stories that they weren't aware of about the Great Depressions, more glimpses into the lives of some people who lived through it that they maybe hadn't realized were a part of that history. So those are my big hopes, I would say.
Put me so bad for us to part, but someday, baby, you ain't gonna worry my life anymore.